Not everybody deserves to know what you have going on. It's not because they care, it's just because they're being nosy. People will try to speak fear or negativity on your plan. You can have your heartbreak in private. You can cry in private. You can heal in private, and nobody has to know. Hey guys, it's your girl Aya, and as you can see, I am back with another video. From the title, you can see today's topic is gonna be about privacy. Why is privacy important? What can privacy do for you? And how we lack privacy in today's day and age. So let's just be real. Social media is at an all-time high, and it will probably only get higher. With people making careers online, money, etc., businesses, it will only continue to get bigger. And with that comes the lack of privacy. A lot of us post a lot of our information. We post our girlfriends, our boyfriends, our mom, our sister, our brother, and we also post a lot of stuff we probably should never post online. Whether that be private information, whether that be something other people just don't know, whether that be you venting, blah, 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 blah. Now, let me be clear. I am not judging. It's your social media, you're you know, do whatever you want. At the end of the day, I'm not here to judge. That's not why I'm here. And that is not the point of this video either. The point of this video is for me to try to bring you some insight about privacy that you likely never thought about. I'm gonna talk about my experience first when it comes to privacy. So I pretty much grew up with social media. Not 100% like today's kids, but I got my first Instagram account when I was in 5th grade. And that's kind of crazy to like put that in perspective. Like I was 10 or 11 using Instagram. Instagram was a lot different back then. That was kind of more their live, laugh, love era, you know? But I've been on it for a long time. I think Instagram was probably the first thing I was on, or Twitter. That's not the point. Starting to get to the point. With having social media at my hands and growing up with that, I probably posted a lot of things that I didn't need to. But no, not to an extreme, but I've definitely seen other people do it, and I still see other people do it to this day. And we really do have to be careful about what we're posting on social media because we want to stay safe. And we want to make sure people can't get access to our personal information. Now, of course, there is a lot of our information online, but okay, I'm getting to the point now because now I'm just rambling. So my experience, I am a talker. I talk. And I know that. I very much know that. Anybody who knows me know that. And you guys can probably tell watching this video because you know? I love to talk because there's just so much to talk about. Probably my teenage years is when I really started to understand I needed to limit that. Now, there are lots of things to talk about, but I just started being more careful about who I say what to and what I say because everybody doesn't need to know your business. Now, let me give one example. Have you ever been really, really excited about something? Like maybe even jumping for joy? Good news or something like that? And you go tell your best friend or your mom or your dad or somebody you really care about, and they do not return that energy. It just kind of sucks the life out of you, and it really hurts. And they either just are like, oh, that's great, which is like weird because it's like, why are you saying it like that? You should be happy for me. You should be like, oh my gosh, that's great. Or they're like, I don't know if that's gonna work out. Like, are you sure you want to do that? Maybe you shouldn't do that. A lot of times, people will try to speak fear or negativity on your plans or your good news. Now, a lot of times, I don't think this is intentional. I think a lot of people are coming from a place of staying safe, and they've been told that you need to play it safe in life. Now, I don't think with everybody that they're necessarily trying to bring you down or hurt your feelings. I think that they're looking out for you in their own way. But that doesn't mean their way is the right way. And there are people that will do it purposely because they just don't want to see you succeed. Whether that be like a hater or a low-key hater, whatever. You don't want either or. You don't want anybody to take away the joy from your experience, your happiness, from whatever you just found out or whatever you're happy about. And you don't want anybody speaking fear or negativity in your plans. Now, if you're kind of superstitious about this, you might think that if you tell somebody something and they don't necessarily support you, that they can speak negativity in your plans and kind of make those plans go bad, because a lot of people will wish ill will on you. So that type of thing. You actually don't even really have to be suspicious for that. A lot of people just speak ill will. Now, whether you believe that will come true or that can come true or not, that's on you. But regardless, you just don't want that. You know, you want somebody who's gonna support you and be happy for you. And if you're careful of who you would say what to and don't tell everybody your business, you won't have to worry about that. And you won't have to worry about everybody talking about your business or speaking bad and saying you can't do it. And it's just nice to not have to deal with that because it can be really frustrating or just annoying. And piggybacking on that, when nobody knows your business or what you're doing or what your plans are, nobody can ruin them. Because if you tell your plans to people, like I said, people will speak negativity and fear in them, but they can also try to ruin your plans. Like, they don't want good for you. And I know that can be hard, you know, thinking your best friend or somebody close to you doesn't want good for you. But that's just life, and it sucks, but it's the truth. But if nobody knows what you have going on, they can't ruin it. Oh my gosh, my posture has been so terrible this video. Don't talk about me, y'all. To continue, if you don't tell people your business, it really is a big saver of avoiding drama. Now, before I was talking more about like career aspects, things you could be happy about, you know, good things going for you, but this one's more specific about like personal things you have going on in your life, like love life or, you know, friendship life, whatever. Because let's just be real, people talk. And even if you tell somebody not to tell anybody, that doesn't mean they're not going to tell anybody. So if they tell somebody and they tell somebody and they tell somebody, not everybody knows your business, and it was personal. And people knowing your personal business can create drama, whether that be your love life and somebody likes whoever you like, or your friendship, your friend finds out you hurt their feelings because you told somebody, now they think you're talking trash about them, but that wasn't even the case. So you also have to be super careful who you tell what to. I think, me personally, I kind of learned who I can tell what to, what friend to tell what to, or like my limits on things I can tell friends, because after a certain time, you've pretty much told your friend different things, and I learned how a friend will usually react to something. And if I don't want to hear something, or I don't want my friend to like bring me down, I won't talk to that specific friend about it. Or maybe they just won't be my friend at all. I'll talk to somebody else about it that I know will be supportive. If nobody knows your business, nobody can use anything against you. And you might be thinking, use what against me? It really can apply to like anything. I feel like what's horrible about this video is I'm not being specific. It's very general. I hope that doesn't bother you guys. It's just there's so many different things. So I'm trying to give an example with each thing, because this applies to a lot of things. Now, I know I mentioned this before about everybody not needing to know your business, but more important than that, not everyone deserves access to your life. Not everybody deserves to get to know what you have going on. You have to remember, you allowing somebody in your life, being vulnerable with somebody, that's a privilege for them. And they should appreciate being in your life. It's a privilege to know you. You know what I mean? It's a privilege to be in your life. So not everybody deserves access to that. And when you tell everybody your business, you are giving access to people who don't want the best for you. They just simply don't deserve it. It's just that simple. Because me, personally, there's some people that will never see certain sides of me because they just don't deserve it. Like me personally, if you know me, I probably seem really serious on here maybe. I don't know how I come off. But I am a bit of a jokester. Oh my gosh, that was so ugly. I'm like, okay. Oh my gosh, y'all, I know that was cringe. Forgive me. No, but seriously, I make a lot of jokes, and I think I'm pretty funny. I think my friends will tell you I'm pretty funny, but y'all are like probably thinking I have no proof, but just believe me, I'm funny. But that side to me is like such a vulnerable side. Like I love, which sounds weird because it's just jokes, but like I love that side of me. Like that's so me at core. Like I love to be like that. It makes me feel so free, and it makes me feel so happy that I don't have to take everything so seriously. But since that is such a big part of me, like the way I play around and I joke around, not everybody's gonna get that. For one, because some people just aren't like that. Some people are just more serious and can't be like that, and that's fine. But also because not everybody deserves to get to know that part of me. And I'm sure you guys can relate with something else, either the same thing or just, you know, personal details of your life. It's just not everybody deserves to know what you have going on, or deserves to know what you have going for yourself. Why did I do that? Now, this is another topic, and a lot of people argue about, should relationships be private? Should you post them on social media? Blah, blah, blah. Well, to each their own. I'm so about it. I'm not even gonna get into my opinion. But what I will say is, if you post somebody, that's fine. You know, I totally understand showing people off. But if they don't know who they are, like, of course your friends will probably know who they are. Okay, let's say you and somebody have been talking. You're not official, right? And you don't want to post somebody you're not serious with. That makes the absolute most sense. And it ends horribly. You can have your heartbreak in private. You can cry in private. You can heal in private. And nobody has to know. Because nothing is worse than getting your heart broken. Some things are worse, but nothing is worse than getting your heart broken and everybody asking you what happened with you and so, what happened with you and so, and you're just trying to move on. Like, that's so annoying. So when you can have your heartbreaks in private, it can definitely give you so much peace. And that's another thing, peace of mind. Privacy will bring you peace of mind, because what's in private can really not be ruined to its core. And if it does, nobody will know except you. And you get to keep that to yourself. I feel like this video is just me rambling. And you know, it's funny because I wrote down notes so I can try to stay on topic and try to have a structured video. But I don't feel like this video is structured at all. We'll see how it comes out. So I apologize if it seems like I'm just rambling. I really do, because there's a point that I have been trying to get across if you guys didn't get it. So I really hope it doesn't seem confusing or like it's too much. And if it does, please let me know. Or if you guys like this, let me know. Like, let your girl know, because I really do, you know, I want to know what you guys think, and that's important to me, because you're the one watching my videos. So I want to know, is that confusing? Does this make sense? Like, y'all could talk to me. I mean, I pretty much went over the point of this video, but let me give you a personal example in my life. Me personally, I'm a super private person. A lot of people try to say I'm secretive. I am not secretive. A lot of people just don't know the difference between privacy and secrecy. I'm not secretive. It's just none of your business. It's just that simple. I don't feel like everybody needs to know all of my business. And that's what brings me peace of mind. Me personally, as I've mentioned before on my page, I'm an actor. But like, I don't talk about my auditions because I don't really see the point in it. Like, why do you guys need to know what I audition for? And I see a lot of people like say they audition for this or they audition for that. And I don't think necessarily everybody's doing it in a boastful manner. But like, if you're telling people that, it's like you want people to know. So it's almost like you're trying to show where you are in your career. And I don't feel like, and I'm not saying they're doing this, but I don't feel like I have to prove myself to my career. I don't feel like I have to prove myself, because I feel like I know my abilities and I know I work hard, and people just don't even know that. And even when I book stuff, I don't really tell anybody. I probably tell like 5 people, and if I tell more, I start getting stressed out because I feel like too many people know my business, and I'm like, I don't want people asking me questions. That's another thing too, because when I book something, then people are gonna ask me questions. What's this? What's that? What's that? And it's like, if you sign an NDA, if it's something like that, it's like, I can't talk about it. And I want to talk about it because it's like, I'm happy and it's cool about it. But then I also feel like if I talk about it, not only could I get in trouble, but something about it doesn't feel right to me. Like, oh, this is one of the things I wanted to get on. A lot of people, when they ask you questions, it's not because they care, it's just because they're being nosy. And for me, why am I going to tell my personal business, something that means something a lot to me, to somebody that's just being nosy? Because if you don't actually care, why am I telling you? And that's the thing. Most people actually don't care. They're just being nosy because they just want to know your business. A lot of people just be nosy. And there's been times too where I be talking to people and they're like, yeah, I'm just being nosy. And I'm like, I know. That's why I'm not telling you. And I think that's one of the biggest things too, because a lot of people just are being nosy. And if they don't really care, why? If you don't really care, why would I tell you? Like, just that simple. But back in regards to the acting thing, me, I'm like, if I tell you something like that, first of all, you mean a lot to me. But I'm the type of person, I just don't like to talk about stuff like that. I'm like, you'll just see it when it's finished. Like, please stop asking me questions. If I want to tell you something, I'll tell you, but you'll just see when it's finished. Like, just be patient and like, just wait for the result. And that's another thing with privacy. You get to see all your results in private. You get to see all your progress and your growth. And I feel like it's always best to show things when you get there, in my opinion. Like, if you want to show your progress to something, I think that's great. Like, whether it's a fitness journey or self-tapes or whatever. Like, if you want to show your journey, that's great. But I think it's also really important to not show every bit in peace, unless you just want to be that vulnerable. Once again, to each their own. But I feel like you don't need to show everybody each little bit of everything in your journey. Me personally, like, I don't really want to share something until it's done or until it's over. I guess once again, privacy is more of a preference. Some people just don't like to be private people. Maybe people like to know people know their business, you know? But that's just not me. There's one last point I wanted to touch on. I've always kind of just wanted to be that like mysterious girl. Like, nobody knows my business, nobody wants to know, like, nobody knows what's going on with me. Everybody just kind of wants to know what I'm doing. And I was like, but I can't be mysterious because I just don't shut up. And then to my surprise, somebody told me, like, one of my friends told me, you know, I just could not figure out, it was you, blah 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 blah. And I just could not figure you out. And I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, you're kind of just a mystery. And I was so flattered because I was like, I feel like I just don't shut up. But I feel like the reason that I seem like a mystery or mysterious is because nobody knows what I'm doing. Nobody knows what's going on. And that's another thing too, like I never post when I'm on set. Let me be clear once again, I am not coming on anybody for what they do. Everybody to each their own. But like I never post if I'm on set. I never post when I book anything. I rarely post where I'm at. So like nobody knows what I'm doing. And I love that. Cause I love the idea of people trying to figure me out. I don't know. Do you guys like that? I kind of like the idea of that. Like somebody being like, or like intrigued to figure out more about me. I like the idea of that. I don't know if y'all do. But okay, I know that video was probably so scrambled. I'm so sorry if it seems like I was rambling or if it got confusing. But ultimately, let me just go over the big major points. When you're private, nobody can have access to hurt you, ruin what you have, speak fear onto you. You get to go through everything in private and you don't have to worry about hearing other people's thoughts or negativity or like things like that. And you don't have to worry about spilling your heart out to somebody and they didn't care. And because when you do that, people can feel that. Like you can feel when you just gave somebody your all and they didn't return it. So you don't have to feel like, you know, you're giving anything. You will give access to the right people. I think all in all, it can just help you not only be safer, avoid conflict and drama, it could just make you happy. Privacy is really important to me, so that's why I did this video, and I know a lot of people aren't private, especially today in today's social media. So that's really the reason I posted this, so that people could get a different perspective. But if you don't want to be private, I am not judging you. Do you, boo. I'm just always here to offer a different insight. And I love hearing other people's opinions, so tell me what you guys think about privacy. Do you think it's important? Do you think it's essential? Or do you think F it, you know? It's 2022, just put whatever you want out there, you know? What do you guys think? Let me know and be honest with your girl. I would love to have a conversation. And yeah, that's it for this video. I guess I'll do the little, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I have more videos soon. I have a special one that I've already edited, and I'm so excited to drop. But it's a bit of a secret. That's kind of like the whole privacy thing, yeah. No, but I'm just joking. No, seriously, this is the end of this video. If you stayed this long, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Bye.